So today I'm speaking to you who is young in your 20s, you're in campus, or you've just concluded campus, you've started your hustle, you're at work, or you're looking for a job, or you're an entrepreneur already. So what are the 5 things that you could make a mistake? I'm saying this because I am in my 30s. I have been through my 20s, and I know some of the things that when I look back, I think if I could not have done that, probably maybe I'd have a little bit easier in life. Yeah. Of course, it's not a regret, but it's, you understand life better backwards. But, we have to leave it going forward. So the first one is being a sheep. Yani wewe tu ni kondoo, kufuata tu watu. You have no mind of your own. You really have no sense of direction. So when people say, let's do this, that's what you do. When people are spending, people are drinking, people are doing funny things, you are just going around doing what people say they do, doing what people do. But people are, for example, people have this habit in campus, everyone is bowling, and you are just bowling, you forget that, circumstances are different. So here is to remind you, it will catch up with you in your 30s. So do not follow people. It will seem good now because you will look cool. You will want to look cool. You're going to all the posh places. You are going for all these activities and events. You will look cool. However, if you're not careful, if you're not authentic to yourself, that's the thing, yeah? If you're not authentic to yourself, it will burn you in your 30s, not in your 20s, in your 30s going forward. So the thing is, stop trying to look cool. Be you. Do what works for you. Maneno ya kufuata watu. No, you are not sheep. Have your own mind. The second one is lack of boundaries. And you see, this one goes with just following what everyone is doing. So if you lack boundaries, the thing is, you accept things, yeah? Things that will not work for you. And the problem is that boundaries guide life in general. Whether it's, if you're in campus, that's your schoolwork, whether it's about your relationships, it could be romantic ones or with friends, it could be relationships with money. So having boundaries, it is good. And you better start early so that you can have quality friends early enough. Yeah, so that you can get into the right relationships, so that you can be able to say no. It will prepare you for adulting. Adulting is hard if you don't have boundaries. The third one is borrowing to fund your lifestyle. You're all over there borrowing from friends so you can go and buy new clothes or the trend you want. For example, if you're in your work life, you might be tempted to take a loan to buy things that you need, say, for your house or your clothes, non-essentials. So the thing with this is, it will look good because at that moment, you're saying, I can afford, I can borrow, I will pay back, and I will buy whatever I think I need. But the thing is that an essential? It is not. Yeah? So do not borrow to fund lifestyle. It is one of the worst mistakes, and you will not realize. And the thing with borrowing, you have loans that are not bringing you income. You are tied to that loan. So you will be even in jobs that you don't enjoy because you have loans to pay. Kila saa unakuwa tu na stress because you have loans that you need to pay. Friends that you owe. Mara unaanza kuhepa watu. Mara ushiki simu za watu. So the thing is, it might look good to fund your lifestyle for you to look cool. However, in the long term, it is not good. It ties you to difficult situations. You just get pressure that could have been avoided. It is money you could have used on more important things. So the thing is, do not think of now, but know when you're borrowing, it is affecting your 30s. And once you land in your 30s, life starts to get pretty serious. Number 4 is just sherehe bila savings. And this is the thing. Most of us, saving is difficult. And you know why? You have an income, but you're living above your income. right? Your means is above what you can afford. Number 2, remember, maybe ulichukua loans, yeah? So you have loans to pay. So hauna hata hiyo do, right? But the thing is, for most of us, you are prioritizing all that feel-good feeling of now. That is what you're prioritizing. You're forgetting you need to save, because you can lose a job. You know, anything can happen. Then you're back to ground zero. So the thing is, and if you look at these COVID times, they have taught us a lot that you have to have your financial priority in check. So you've got to start saving. When you get that first job, whether it's paying you big or paying you small, you've got to start saving little by little early. Yeah, just have the discipline. Start it early. If you're in campus and you can save some extra money, do it. Someday you will thank me. You will be in your late 20s or in your 30s and you want to do something. Then you remember, thank God I saved. Otherwise I'd been shit. Or maybe you have an opportunity, but because you have your savings, you can be able to get that opportunity quicker than if you didn't have the money. So saving is good. Plus, when you are younger, you don't have responsibilities. You don't have children who are going to school and all that. So what should you do? Save the money, do usikule yote. And the last one is having early sex. As in, people, you know, when you're younger, you're just getting excited about relationships and all these things, yeah? And there's nothing wrong with sex in itself. However, when you're young, you might think, again, it's a cool thing to do, or now you're of age, you can do it, whatever. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's so many things to it. First, it's the emotional connections that you get with people who you should not be with. You should not have. Number 2, there's the obvious risk of diseases and STIs and all that. And number 3, there's the issue of babies, not just pregnancy for girls, but also the responsibility of you as a young man having a responsibility of a child when you're not ready to be a parent yet. So sex in itself is something that people rush into that you should not. And you will say you are smart enough, you know these things. I mean, you cannot be told. But I'm telling you from just an experience, try ask someone who is, say, a single mom and is struggling. What will they tell you? I wish I could not have, right? It is best if you wait. And if you do not wait, be responsible about it for both girls and boys, for both men and women. So is it something that you should rush into? I do not think so. Does it make you be in circumstances that probably you can avoid? Yes. Some people are luckier than others, some are not. So, you know, in your 20s, just be on the lookout. Avoid just trying to be cool. Don't just be cool. Be you. Be responsible enough to know I can have fun. Yes, I can have fun. However, I also have cognizance of these are a part of life. And you know, life now is very, very competitive. So this is not supposed to be, you know, like a boring video. But what I'm trying to say is there are some obvious things which when you're younger, you don't know. But you realize later when you're in your 30s. So don't just follow people. Save your money. Have your boundaries. Save. And don't get too excited about sex. Thank you for watching.